The customs tariff number is now also mandatory in the transit procedure. Are you prepared for this?
EP Zollspedition is your full-service agency around customs. And now zoll.tv with Philipp Ritterbusch.
This video is aimed at people involved in the creation or process of NCTS transit procedures, i.e. forwarders, logisticians, declarants, and importers. In the past, the customs tariff number, also known as the commodity tariff number or HS code, had to be entered only in customs procedures for import or export. In the case of pure transit, i.e. T1, T2, or T-electronic transit procedure, it was convenient to dispense with. This was previously a voluntary entry. In the Atlas implementation manual for releases 8.6, 9.0, and 9.1, the commodity code in the transit procedure was still specified as an optional data group. Consequently, this field was technically also accepted empty on the customs side. This is now a thing of the past. Since the changeover to the updated version with Atlas release 9.1.2, the mandatory specification of the customs tariff number has been anchored in the implementation manual of the Customs Administration for the first time. Here, it literally says the specification of the data group is required if the data field head type of declaration is not specified with the value TIR. This means that the customs tariff number is already mandatory to be indicated if it is not an electronic TIA procedure. However, the data field for the customs tariff number is not yet subjected to a plausibility check on the customs side despite the mandatory specification. This may change with each Atlas release. Likewise, every customs officer can already insist on the specification of the customs tariff code, as this is his right. To give you an example, some customs offices operate in the northwestern ports of Germany and many others in the surrounding member states. So the consequence is that today still transit procedures can be opened even without a customs tariff number, but this is not a must. It is to be expected that sooner or later, but at the latest with the expiry of the soft migration in the first quarter of 2022, the plausibility check will also be adapted to the legal situation, and thus the transit declaration will not be accepted by Atlas. To avoid a time delay and high costs because the customs tariff code is missing in the transit application and therefore can't be opened, always note the applicable 8-digit HS code number in your orders or enter it directly yourself when you create a transit procedure. What can we conclude? The 8-digit customs tariff number must be entered at the item level of the transit declaration. Technically, however, a transit declaration is also accepted without a customs tariff number, for the time being. Whether the transit declaration is then accepted by customs and the goods are placed under the procedure depends on the goodwill of the officer. It is to be expected that the plausibility check will also be introduced and that transit declarations will be automatically rejected by Atlas if the customs tariff number is missing. And as always, if you have any questions on the subject or need assistance from a customs expert, please contact me. I'm Philipp Ritterbusch from EP Zollspedition.
Zoll.tv. You can find us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Contact us by email, Telegram, or WhatsApp. All contact information can be found at zoll.tv/contact.